A somewhat smaller frog with paired vocal sacs that appear as balloon-like protuberances on each side of the throat is a leopard frog, Ranapipians. This is its mating call.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Frog Book Podcast. Oh my god.
What?
Holy shit. Today, as usual, I am joined by James, a man who crashes his plane into the ice.
Hey, what's up? It's getting frosty in here.
That's
So I
nice.
crashed my plane into the ice, and now I'm dying.
Oh, it's frosty because there's ice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, you are
Oh,
you're a genius.
that's why
bro.
G.R. Okada said it.
Whoa!
That is what I said.
And I'm also joined by a school of cod, Seth.
Blub blub.
You're the bride.
I was really what?
That's what they say. They say, like, I'm going to go hunting for the bride, and he finds the bride, and it's the fish.
That's true. Good point.
It's cute. I
Good.
like that.
It is cute.
You do love cute things.
I do. That's why I love my.
What are
my
we?
cat.
Who are you? And
And
what are
as-
we reading?
As always,
Yes.
I'm another dinosaur from the annals of time. Ren. Guys, did you know that we read Godzilla Raids Again?
I
Godzilla
think
in
I'm
Osaka?
really enthusiastic about it.
Guys, did you know that we read
That was an invitation to be annoying.
No, it definitely was. In a revenge type of situation. Did you know that we read Godzilla Raids Again?
did
Godzilla
know.
in Osaka? Godzilla 2?
Godzilla's counterattack.
Godzilla's counterattack.
That's so good.
Did you guys? So fuck the book. We'll talk about that in a second. We'll do the summary, but I want to get it on the. I want to get it out front. Did you guys read the afterword?
No.
I read the afterwards. Yes.
I read a lot of it. I could not finish it in time, but I had a great time, and I'm sad I couldn't finish it.
There's some specific points. Do you know which one you stopped at?
Oh, it was after the first two. Like, it's after the movies and everything.
Damn,
and
you were like very close to the end.
I was very close. I just like literally was like, I have to eat and then record. Like, it just didn't work out.
I finished super late at night and was like, I'm going to bed.
That's fair. There's
That's
some
reasonable.
really interesting bits.
Yeah.
I excited for Ren to hear about the proposed montage at the beginning of the film.
God,
Dude, that
fuck,
montage would have fucking hit
please.
so hard.
Some of those images, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Right? I was like, I was really kind of sad that did not happen.
I'm curious. I'm excited to be the fool in this conversation. Get to hear about all the cool stuff y'all read.
Yeah.
That is like kind of our thing, you know.
Not
That
all-
is,
I mean,
kind of the format.
You know, normally the format is there's the scholar and the fool.
Well, the scholar and two fools usually.
Well, no. Here's our innovation is that it's all fools. Oops, all fools.
That's our second. That's our second yearly episode. Is the Oops All Fools episode where we go over our mistakes pointed out by viewers.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be fun.
our top 10 mistakes of the year.
That would top 10 mistakes of the year.
That'd be good.
Not realizing
People
I wasn't
should start
getting
doing
paid.
free labor for us so we can reap the benefits and do that.
We're getting our own librarian.
I would love a librarian, but only if they're like scary, like the Book of the Newsom librarians.
Or the
Yeah.
fucking Northern Line librarian.
I
who's
would
also scary.
preferably our librarian would be a bit less chaser-y. But
Wait, who-
beggars can't be choosers, I suppose.
Wait, I can't even remember his fucking name right now.
Library of Laterno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, the one from Book of the New Sun.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
And the
remember.
Book of the Newsom ones are like vampires.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
like weird
cool.
vampires, and the library goes on forever, and you can find a book that's like different for every person.
But Northern Lion Librarian is a chaser.
Like he's posted some like vaguely chaser-y things.
Fancy?
Yeah, not even vaguely chaser-y things. I would say just like I don't know,
Just chasery things.
just like some stuff that I would probably that I and people who are trans have been like, this is a little fetishy. And then they're like, I don't know.
Canceling Northern Lion.
Canceling their librarian.
Yeah, their librarian who they, like, I guess technically don't have any actual... librarian
He just hangs out in their stream.
He just hangs out and, like, just makes money off of making compilations of what Northern Lion does, and Northern Lion's kind of like, yeah, it's cool that they're providing a product that I'm not providing, so I don't
The
care.
Northern Lion Industrial Complex?
Legit, yeah.
I've been watching so much Northern Lion recently.
Me too. It's been really bad.
That makes sense. I did not know that there was a Northern Lion librarian. I spent half of this conversation just thinking we were talking about Northern Lion, and I was like,
No,
yeah,
they've got
there's
there's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's a guy who, if you see an edit of like the Northern Lion supercut.
Okay, yeah.
It's like
Probably them.
Yeah, 99% chance it's from Library of Laterno. He also just hangs around the streams all the time and will like correct people on lore.
Just such a silly thing to do.
Hey, yeah. If you can make a living that way, take it.
Do whatever you want.
Making a living being the soyest fucking person on earth.
Get excited for next episode of the pod when they guest. For the Firepunch
totally. They'll be for Firepunch.
The Chaser episode.
Yeah, it'll be really going for him. All right, you guys want to learn about Shigeru Kayama?
Yeah, tell us about what our dear friend made for us.
All right, so shout out to our dear friend Baxter, who when scrounging around Japanese Wikipedia or whatever he did.
I would like to think they did a little more than that, but I don't know. They didn't explain their process necessarily. So,
which
Big Dog notably said there was like more information than on the wiki, and I was like, how did that happen? How do you do that?
Baxter went trolling around Japanese internet and found and wrote up a lovely little thing which I will read part of. Maybe this will exist somewhere else. I don't really know.
I asked Baxter if they were going to put this anywhere, and they did not respond.
Thanks, Bax.
We can maybe cut this out. We don't want to put Baxter on the spot. I was thinking, maybe we can put this up for free on the Patreon.
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah,
we'll
talk to Baxter about that.
Yeah,
I have a strong feeling he's not pressed either way about what.
Yeah, I don't think he really cares. But thanks to Baxter for providing a lovely little document of information about a guy that you can't find a ton of information on
American side of the internet.
I will say, the afterword has a lot of information in it as well. Actually,
yes, that is.
When I was going through, I was like, "Oh, we didn't have to pester our friend Baxter. I'm glad we did because Baxter's write-up is very good." But I was like, "Oh, okay."
But yeah, I'm going to somewhat paraphrase this. It is written a lot better, but it's also written to us. I feel like it would be weird just read aloud. But Shigeru Kayama was born in Tokyo, July 1st, 1904, as Koji Yamada. In junior high, he fell in love with paleontology and dinosaurs by reading the book Zen Sekaishi, or as Baxter translates, A History of Prehistory by paleontologist Motojiro Yakiyama. Who introduced dinosaurs to Japan,
which is so cool.
And Kayama basically became a lifelong fan and student and enthusiast of paleontology and geology. Around the same time, he got really, really into poetry. In 1927, he dropped out of college, where he was studying economics and started working in the Ministry of Finance. like his father and grandfather before him. Which sounds maybe a bit more like higher up, and like they were getting more than they want, but they were just like regular ass people working in this place. So it's like
yeah. It sounds much more affluent than it is. But now you're like
nepotism
a
hire at
pusher.
your local Burger King type shit. Like
Yeah.
like they're not doing crazy. But he was like stable. He was fine. In 1933, he got married and had a kid. He wrote a lot of poetry and submitted a bunch of it too. He was a fairly prolific poet, seemingly. Wasn't writing a lot of fiction at this time. He was writing a lot of tanka poetry, which is, Baxter clarifies here, is where the syllable count is 57577, which is neat.
Nuts.
Baxter also provided a lovely translation for one of the poems, which I'm going to read here. 2 moons hang in the sky, but I'm sure I haven't drunk a thing tonight. How strange. Or 2 moons hang in the sky, but how can that be? I haven't drunk a thing tonight. And then Baxter says that he can't translate poetry, and Kayama is a bit more elegant than that. But I like both of those. I like both.
I was
of
gonna
those
say I really liked
translations.
that.
I think those are fun.
Yeah.
They're good.
Shit's solid.
Apparently he was like a super skinny guy, and people would joke about that he was one of the 3 great frail boys, along with Shusai Hanimbo and Gandhi.
It's just so fucking funny to call someone the great 3 frail boys.
It's like
Can't do
it's
that.
I was reading the Mabinogion, and it will just like randomly allude. It's like, and this is how he became one of the 4 great fishermen that we all know about. And I was like, what are you talking about?
No, you're clapping your hands and going, of course I know that. Of course.
The origin of one of the 4 great fishermen.
I'm so stupid.
And then that story ends with like a character like, and then he went on to kill all of the witches in the forest. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Well, have you seen a witch lately? I thought
That's
not.
true. I mean,
Exactly.
I'm not in Wales, so I don't know how good of a job he did.
Don't talk about Wales, man. It's a dark time out there.
The war happened. He didn't fight, but shit was bad. Obviously a pretty big influence on his writing. After the war, he started like getting like far more into poetry. Selling a lot more, but seemingly partially because partially spurred on by like this new desire to express all these ideas he had about the war, but also because Japan was in not a great financial state. At that time, he also had a second job selling lottery tickets, which is like,
imagine selling lottery tickets in post-war Japan. Like that's the grim shit in the world.
Seems awful.
Oh man.
A bit. In this time, he discovered a new literary magazine focusing on detective fiction that was holding a contest. The magazine name was Hoseki or Jewel, like that one manga that Ren likes.
You guys don't like that one?
I haven't read it.
I haven't read it either.
Oh my god. Not reading that is self-harm.
I've read like a few pages of it, and I'm like, this is sick. I can't wait to read more. And then I didn't.
Notably, you read 2,000 issues of 2000 AD.
Yeah, and I'll get there. I'm only on issue 26 or something now.
You're locking in with 2000 AD. I love that ant thing you sent.
That ant thing is so fucking funny.
That ant thing rocks.
Come to dinner, kids!
It's awesome. There's a guy in there. There's a guy in that cake. This magazine was also where Edgar Rampo, former friend, former subject of an episode of this podcast. Go listen to that while you still can.
Please.
And also,
did we cover a Rampo?
We covered the human chair.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Is where he was, called home for a little bit. Is also where the initial Kosuke Kindaichi story started. So a pretty massive figure in Japanese mystery fiction.
A big fucking deal.
Yeah, a big magazine. He wrote Orange Pendek's Revenge, a mid-length serial adventure drawing on his interest in paleontology, zoology, and exotic creatures. And it was one of the 3 winners that was published in 1947. And then he just started fucking going.
You're fucking nuts.
From then on, he started using the pen name Shigeru Kayama, mostly because he didn't want shit to get involved with his government jobs and writing about giant monkeys and shit. It wasn't seen as like as cool as it obviously is.
As cool as anybody with a fucking brain could understand.
Yeah.
He wrote a shit ton of stuff for Hosoki. He was one of the 5 men of the post-war generation. I don't know the other ones. I'm pretty sure Rampo was a part of them.
I believe it.
That makes sense.
Hold on. I'm stupid. Rampo named him one of the 5 men of the post-war generation.
Oh,
I'm stupid, which is like a huge
I like to
honor
imagine
for
Rampo
Kayama.
Also named himself.
I hope. I mean, he should. He earned it.
he's Rampo. He's fucking Rampo, man.
Rampo singled out his horror novels, or kaiki fiction, which is potentially a bit closer, like weird fiction, as we'd call it. Rampo said of Kayama, of all the authors who have emerged post-war, he stands as the loudest and most vivid. Kayama was a huge Rampo nut, and they became friends. They were part of the same Saturday Society, a group of authors who would meet up on some fucking day of the week. Who's to say?
Impossible to know.
Impossible to know. Rampo is a mentor to Kayama in a lot of ways. Kayama eventually quit his job at the Ministry of Finance in 1949 to pursue writing full-time. It's also the last year that he published a Tonka poem in a magazine. He expressed some melancholy about the shift to writing novels and fiction. There just wasn't much time to focus on poetry anymore, and he really enjoyed the more slow-paced, contemplative effort of creating a few lines. But it just, wasn't in the cards. In 1950, he formed the Oni Club, which is another group of writers, and they put out their own collections of fiction. And then, a little bit later, he was asked to write the treatment for this thing called Godzilla by Tomoyuki Tanaka.
Sounds like a bunch of horse shit. It'll never go anywhere.
Yeah, it probably doesn't mean anything.
I liked him when he was doing Tonka poetry. This novel shit, nah. Godzilla, a bunch of horse shit.
Who fucking cares? There's some claims that after Godzilla, his work became a lot more outwardly political. Baxter says that it's probably true, but also it doesn't really mean that his art wasn't pretty political before. Most of his immediate post-war poems were explicit and empathetic portrayals of poverty, and as far as Bax could tell, he was always comfortable exploring a sense of futility and almost absurdist meaninglessness in the aftermath of the war. He was a socially conscious writer that only became more pronounced as time passed. After Godzilla became a meteoric hit, kids in the neighborhood started calling him Uncle Godzilla, which I love. That's really cute.
Banger name.
I don't know how
people would call me Uncle Godzilla.
Really curious how he felt about that.
Probably bad.
I'm sure, we'll talk about the afterwards later, but I mean, he seemed a bit, complicated about the legacy of Godzilla, so I don't know, being called Uncle God, I'm sure he was fine with it. I'm sure he was like, oh,
there's a line in there that makes me think he was probably chill with it.
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool with it.
Seems like, I don't know, maybe he had some kind of mixed opinions, being every day reminded of the thing that haunts you.
Shit happens. He published a shit ton after Godzilla. I think, the year afterwards, in 1955, he published at least 7 novels and, several short stories. He slowed down a pretty good amount in the 60s to, a novel every couple years. He has some complicated feelings about Godzilla. Felt a bit weird about being flattened to the Godzilla guy. He was kind of typecast into making, people wanted him to make more kaiju fiction. Which, probably sucks when you made, like, the kaiju of all time. But he does. Here's another quote from him. "If there's one thing I bear no resentment towards, it's you, Godzilla. My love for you has never once faltered. May your spirit rest forever in peace deep in the northern sea." He was a cat lover. He was rarely without one in his lap. He always at least had 2. At most, he had 7, which
That's
awesome.
So many cats.
Crazy.
As
That's
somebody who grew up with 3 cats, and 7 is impossible to imagine.
Yeah,
That's a beautiful life, though.
It's a lot. Friends and fellow writers all described him in similar ways: gentle, calm, a little quiet, unassuming and unpretentious, always smiling, a warm little smile. Eiji Tsuburaya said after their first meeting that he was the kind of person who calms the soul. He died in 1975, age 70, due to heart issues. After his death, a collection of 596 Tonka poems Kayama had quietly collected was published. Monsters and Creatures and a Poet Beyond End.
Damn.
That's good.
A wonderful write-up. Thank you, Baxter, so much. Source, our friend.
Source, my guy.
Source, a scholar.
A beautiful man. Glad to have known more about him. And there is also some interesting stuff in the back of this book. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later. Now let's get to the summary.
Woo!
Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Hell yeah!
I like about half of this book a lot. And then feel different about the second half.
There's some shit in there.
Good.
Let's get there. Kobayashi's plane is mysteriously interfered with and crashes into Iwato Island. His friend Tsukio, or a guy, guess we're not friends yet, Tsukioka goes and tries to retrieve him. Tsukioka finds Kobayashi, but they are soon attacked by Godzilla. They retreat to a crevasse, and right when they light what seems to be their last cigarette, a new kaiju jumps on Godzilla's back before retreating to the sea where Godzilla follows, and the boys escape. Lots of technobabble happen, but we learn the names of the second kaiju. Ankylosaurus, or Angirus for short.
It's true.
We also learn he has multiple brains.
He does!
The Tokyo Ground Defense Unit enforces evacuation of coastal cities and a strict lights-out policy as to not anger Godzilla. Godzilla shows up on the coast anyway, but the Godzilla Federation actually is kind of useful, and a mix of the total blackout and setting off flares into the sea leads Godzilla away. In the chaos of Godzilla appearing and there being, some evacuation and blackout and all that, there's a prison break where they steal a gasoline tanker, and after a car chase, they crash and the car explodes and a bunch of shit explodes and a big light happens, which Godzilla is not fond of.
It reminds him of the hydrogen bomb.
It reminds him of the hydrogen bomb. And right as Godzilla is about to attack the city, Angirus shows up again. He's back, my boy. And they fight. Angirus uses some moves that we have previously not seen. AKA, he uses a form of atomic breath. And then
I think
dies.
It's also notable that Angirus is on his hind legs for this fight.
Yeah, which is
he's trying, alright?
He's trying to be like his guy.
They
work it out.
strange to think about him upright.
I also don't remember Angirus having atomic breath or having 3 brains.
Yeah.
Well, the 3 brain things is that's an ankylosaur thing, isn't it?
That's what
That was the thing they would say about the ankylosaur? Or is it the stegosaurus?
They say it's from the ankylosaur in this book.
Well, in this book, but I remember hearing that about dinosaurs as a child.
As far as I'm aware, there's not a dinosaur who had multiple brains.
Well, no, not in
hearts,
reality,
maybe.
but a thing people said, or was an early theory.
I have no idea.
So I'd heard about this as they used to believe sort of thing.
I used to believe.
I'm gonna figure it out.
And then not a lot happens for the last 30 or so pages of this book.
It's so there is a point that I did kind of just start skipping pages.
There's some romance going on between everyone, I guess.
It's
and then
so boring.
Eventually, Kobayashi crashes his plane into a mountain, causing an avalanche to fall onto Godzilla, covering him to death. And that's kind of it. That's more or less it.
I found a article from the Smithsonian from 2012
about the hearts.
Smithsonian magazine. The double dinosaur brain myth. Contrary to popular myth, dinosaurs didn't have butt brains. And yeah, there's a thing.
That's weird.
For decades, popular articles and books claimed that the armor-plated Stegosaurus and the biggest of sauropod dinosaurs had second brains in their rumps. These dinosaurs, it was said, could reason a posteriori thanks to extra massive tissues. It was a cute idea, but totally wrong hypothesis that actually underscores a different dinosaur mystery. There you go. Brain expert outlined the double brain issue, new published a second edition of The Complete Dinosaur. The idea stems from the work of 19th century Yale paleontologist Othniel Charles Marsh. There you go.
Oh, it's from Marsh?
Yeah, in an assessment of the sauropod Camarasaurus, Marsh noticed that the canal and the vertebrae over the dinosaur's hips enlarged in an expanded canal that was larger than the cavity for the dinosaur's brain. This is the most suggestive fact, he wrote, and according to Buchholz in 1881, Marsh described a similar expansion in the neural canal of Stegosaurus as a posterior brain case.
Huh.
There you go.
Interesting.
So that's where the Angirus thing comes from. Because I read that, and I was like, hey, that's a thing that people believe.
It's true for Angirus, though. That's a fact.
That is true.
Yeah, with
for
Angirus,
we know. You know what else is true about Angirus? He bore a fundamental hatred for other creatures. It was a gigantic, violent creature given to savage behavior.
That
Angirus
bit I
is
really...
a born hater.
I really did like that bit where where that motherfucker said that it was like this fucking predator that he'd always be hunting.
There's
And then
this
he
idea of,
hated
like,
everything.
Fucking jobs immediately.
Yeah, no, a job's
like
immediately.
Angirus is like a hatred creature from birth, unlike the noble Godzilla.
It's
Dude,
true.
trust. Gravity Angirus will not go the same way.
Is Angirus the Soviets?
Don't say that.
He's somebody.
Don't say that. They'll find out. Frown will find out.
What did James? What did you think of Godzilla Raids Again, aka Godzilla in Osaka? AKA Godzilla Counterattacks.
Yeah, Godzilla Counterattacks. I said already, I really enjoyed the first half. Basically everything up until Angirus dies. I was like, this is a good time. I'm enjoying spending time with Godzilla. I like it when there's another monster. Doing wrestling moves. This is A+. Good work. And then Angirus dies. And the book grinds to a halt for the back half of the book until Godzilla is killed in an avalanche by the military. Mixed bag is what I'll say.
Yeah. Definitely a mixed bag of a book, if anything.
You don't sound so high on it, Ren. What were your feelings?
I mean, I was really big on a lot, like, I think the prose came through a lot more in this book. I don't know if that was a shift from Kayama.
I need to read. I read this to you yesterday, Ren. I just need to read the first sentence.
Go for it. It's pretty tight.
Of this book. The light roar of the engines sounded like music as the dark shadow of the airplane cut across the undulating waves of the great expanse of endless ocean. Where the fuck is any of that in the first book?
Yeah, because, like, that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to write in your Godzilla novel adaptation.
So much. It's so much prettier to read than the first book. It's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's great, and I think it goes down smoother as well. Like, it's prettier. It goes down smoother. The action is really fun to read. That scene where they are in like the crevasse and Angirus and Godzilla are like fighting over him is like that was tense. Like that worked for me.
At a base level, I think it's just a stronger novel.
I would agree, except for when it becomes not that.
Yeah, but I mean, it also like it's even the part where it's not that is it's like 20 to 30 pages. Like it's not even that long.
Yeah,
it's true. It's true.
It's not something I would actively go, wow, they're fucking over my time. I'm just like, oh, this is kind of like a lackluster part.
I was kind of thinking they're fucking over my time. It's like, I can't.
You're a weaker person.
That's
not you're a weaker person.
I mean, it's been said, frankly.
True.
But yeah, no, I think we're all probably in agreement then. Good time, then bad time, then okay time. I do think it's interesting. It's brought up in afterwards something I noticed that the military solves the problem. Right?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, not huge on that.
It made me think a lot about the ending of -1. I'm like, okay.
I was also thinking a lot about -1.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
This feels very -1. More so than it does Godzilla Raids. Did you end up watching Godzilla Raids Again?
I did not end up watching Godzilla Raids
That's
Again.
fair.
It really is not going to add much to your experience.
Yeah,
I feel.
It's bad. It's a bad movie.
I was really committed to
yeah.
it, and then I was like, I'm running out of time. I'm just going to read it. If I find the time to watch it, maybe I could watch it. And as I was reading it, I was like, no. I think one thing I was actually really enjoying was not being burdened by having seen the thing. Like reading Godzilla, I kept just thinking about the movie Godzilla and like the things that happen in it. Here, I had none of that. This is a fresh canvas for my brain to work with. I had no history with it.
Close your eyes.
Yeah.
Imagine the book.
Yeah.
Do you know that first half that you thought was like fun?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Really good. Imagine if that was also boring.
Oh no. Oh no, it's a nightmare. Oh no, get it out of my brain. Ah!
It's so fucking boring. You have no idea.
And also all of the Godzilla and Angirus footage is like sped up for some reason. It's really weird. I don't know why they did that.
It's a nightmare film made for bad people, and I don't like it.
It's so unfortunate. It's always like
You said this before that it kills people's desire to watch more Godzilla.
Yeah, it's always like, oh yeah, I watched that first Godzilla movie. That movie's good. Excited for these movies where he's fighting other dudes. That'll be fun. That'll be silly. And then you get to Raids Again, and it's like, this is so boring.
It's one of the worst piece of shit ever.
It's a really rough film.
I was thinking about the part where Angirus is defeated and Godzilla fucks off, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is where the book ends, because that's what happens in these. Is the bad monster's defeated, Godzilla gets sick of everyone's shit and leaves, right? Like that's, and then I was like, oh no, they still have to defeat Godzilla. Like they haven't that status quo, or like that expectation of Godzilla just kind of fucks off, is not there yet, and there's a desire to like finish the fight, as it were.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to time travel and say you don't have to finish the fight. The fight can keep going.
This could have been, a beautiful 40 pages or whatever.
Yeah, like,
it would have been a fantastic 40 pages.
I shoot Kayama dead after he finishes page 40. There'll never be the back half of this book.
We have to kill Kayama.
I don't know. He seems like a nice guy. He's got 7
really
cats.
Nice. I wouldn't feel bad killing him in front of all of his cats.
I personally wouldn't be the one to do it, but
you send an agent back. So you send Mike. You send Mike out to go do a hit on Kayama in the past.
I don't want to do that.
I think it would crush our sweet boy's spirit.
I know it'd kill Mike.
Yeah, he would be a changed man. What's up with the prisoners? The ontologically evil prisoners.
I love the ontologically evil prisoners. They're so fun.
It's so funny. It's so that part I can't. There's no way that's in the movie at all. I cannot remember that for the life of me.
Sounds too exciting and interesting.
I don't think anything like that happens. But like,
no,
just like it's like 4 pages too, and it's just like the prisoners escape. They're fucking evil. They steal a car carrying a shit ton of gasoline, and then they drive it into a field of like. Yeah, there's like a car chase, and they drive it into like a field of other tanks of gasoline.
Yeah, it's like they go to an oil refinery. They're in like the Oakland oil refineries driving around.
And then they
So
crash and the
beautiful.
sparks like light the fuel and they explode.
It's awesome. I was reading that shit and I'm like, how could this movie be bad?
It's pretty. You are just freaking out, going like, "This is insane. There's no way this could be bad." Only to realize. Only to realize. Yeah.
It's awesome. The line is before they do all that is in the flickering light, some evil-looking prisoners were huddled in the corners of the wagon, looking at one another as if signaling with their eyes. What do you
That's
mean
the best bit.
evil-looking?
Oh, they look evil.
They have like
Yeah,
an eye
they're
patch
evil.
and a scar. Oh, there's a mention here. I'm just like going through my quotes right now. That reminded me of a thing. So it's when the fire erupts and like Godzilla turns back to fight everyone.
Yeah, to fight all of Osaka.
Yeah. He let a loud bellow, engaging at the city with wild, glistening, bloodshot eyes. It taps into two things. One is, it made me think of Return of Godzilla, where they built that giant Godzilla head so they could do close-ups of Godzilla's face, and like have him do expressions easier. I thought that was interesting to think about.
A smart thing to do.
Smart thing to do. I wish that movie was good.
Yeah,
two,
I liked it at all.
I wish it looks really good at points. Is the problem,
does.
but that's not good
It
enough to
absolutely
carry
does.
it. The two, it made me think a lot of. It's actually not mentioned in the Jeffrey Angles afterward at all, which I thought was interesting. But the Superman short, the Fletcher Studios Superman short with the dinosaur that comes back to life.
Oh
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah. That I had always been cited as like, oh, that's where Godzilla comes from as well. Oh, but which is why it's interesting that it's not mentioned in the Angles thing at all. But also there's like the way Kayama imagines the way Godzilla moves and describes him is not the way he moves in the movies for like obvious reasons. It's like how that cartoon moves. Like there's like a real like, I don't know, the fluidity to his motions that like I don't associate with Godzilla. Again, for obvious reasons, he's a man in a rubber suit.
Yeah, he's a man in a
Sure,
rubber suit,
yeah.
not an animal that exists.
Exactly. I mean,
I'm
even,
pretty
but
sure.
even like that is so. The way Godzilla moves is so iconic that even like
Yeah.
the legendary pictures that like he still he
He's
literally
still
like,
moving like I mean,
Yeah.
somewhat. He's still mostly moving like a guy in a suit, or more than he is like a normal animal.
Exactly. Like, even in like the latest Kong movie, where they like he like is sprinting across the desert and it looks bizarre.
It's pretty silly.
So that movie fucking rocks. Yeah, exactly. He still kind of moves like a Godzilla suit. But here it's like again, it's that fluid, Fleischer-esque movement that I was thinking about a lot in all of his movements. I mean, again, Angirus like stands up and wrestles
It's
with
very
Godzilla.
strange.
It's yeah, I'm like,
No, it's
Angirus-
awesome.
How does
I
Angirus
mean,
do that?
it can be awesome and strange, Ren.
Yeah. It's both.
That's fair.
Some things are both.
That's fair enough, I guess.
Another mention of like how the prose changes in Raids Again. The direct address to the audience completely drops out. There's none of that in this book.
Yeah.
Again, adding to like the feeling of this doesn't feel as much like a book for children. Like a child could read this, but it is not a children's novel in the way that Godzilla
Yeah,
is.
it's just kind of like an
Yeah.
action adventure novel. It's not trying to be like, hey kids, do you know
Here's
that
the train works.
here's
The
how
post
train works.
office is real.
Did you know that shit's scary?
Yeah,
Shit is
adults
scary,
are
though.
like weird.
It is kind of just like, did you know that this shit is fucking awesome?
Did you know gaming actually made the Godzilla books?
Yeah. Oh yeah, here's
In
the
my
fucking
ideal world, at
like
least.
Godzilla. Angirus also rose onto his hind legs to receive the attack with even greater force than before. He rushed at Godzilla, lashing out at him.
That's
As the two terrifying ancient monsters grappled and wrestled, their gigantic bodies grew ever closer to the wharfs of Osaka Bay.
Oh, but that's
Scary.
heat, though.
It's good.
It's so cool.
Oh, I also quoted the part where Hidemi meets a bunch of sailors and is like, "Damn, they're hot." Hidemi found men who express themselves in a rough and tumble fashion like that really attractive.
So funny.
Jeez.
Hidemi is written interestingly. I read where Where is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the afterword.
No, this is hold on.
Hold it.
Okay. He hesitated for a moment, then asked, "Say, what kind of things do girls like?" It was clear he was rather embarrassed. She was somewhat taken aback, but immediately realized what was going on. She looked hard at Kobayashi, looked shy and perhaps even slightly upset. If today's not good, you don't have to tell me right now. No, fine, I'll tell you. She softened her voice and put her fingers against her cheek, pretending like she was thinking hard. Kobayashi hurriedly pulled out a small notebook from his pocket and flustered said, "No, wait, you're the daughter of a rich man. Your answers might be..." His voice trailed off. "Fine, I won't tell you then." She quietly turned towards Kobayashi. Her expression had softened somewhat. "Well, maybe I ought to ask you after all. Girls like all sorts of things. Sure, for instance, purses." Purses, got it. Kobayashi scribbled in his notebook.
Oh, man.
And watches. Getting more expensive. Socks too. Nylons. What else? It's hard to say. There are all sorts of things girls like. No doubt.
I really like that scene. I think it's funny. It works.
It's pretty funny. It's just also crazy.
It's really there's points like that where I'm like, that's fun, that's good, like almost rom-com-y writing. And then there's other points where I'm like, no human has ever said anything like that before.
Hold on. I really need... Ren, do you happen to remember, is the pilot dating a teenager in the movie? Am I, like, misremembering this?
It sure seems like he is in the book.
Like, but it seems like they're, like, all kind of young in the book. But in the movie, I remember it being, like, he's in his, like, late 20s and she is a teenager.
Yeah, man, it's not great from what I remember. I can't give the exact details, but I do remember
exactly. But I'm
watching
sure
going, that's kind of fucking weird.
Kobayashi.
Yeah, we need to cancel. I mean, Godzilla did that mountain.
Godzilla can.
Yeah.
Godzilla
said, "No, I'm not chill with you, guy. I gotta
Godzilla's
take you down,
anti-pedophile. Thank God,
Sorry,
I
bro,
could not.
You gotta die.
bro. You gotta die."
Speaking of Demi and Kobayashi, I could not believe that Kobayashi was dating another woman.
Yeah,
I was freaking out. I was like, "No! Why didn't you wait for her?"
what a
That's
funny
terrible.
side plot.
It's crazy.
He's fucking crazy. This guy.
It's good.
Funny. There's good shit. There's good
There
shit.
is
all
good
around.
shit.
It's fun.
I was happy to have read it.
I think
think Raids
those first,
Again,
like, 40
ironically,
pages is really good.
yeah. I think ironically, the Raids Again novella is a lot easier to sell, I think, than the Godzilla one. Like, I think it's a lot more enjoyable. I mean, if there was a human being in the world, you know, maybe on this podcast, who thought to themselves, "Well, I don't have to watch Raids Again now. I've read the book. I can watch the next Godzilla movie."
You can watch Godzilla versus or King Kong
that's-
versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
that is also true.
I don't think anybody could hold you accountable, you know, if you came to that conclusion. I think
We're not gonna call you a LARPer, bro.
I don't think any judge would find you guilty.
Not even a little guilty.
There's another Hidemi line. There's
There's a lot of those.
Godzilla killed Kobayashi, but not just that. He's taken so many precious lives and destroyed so much valuable property.
That bastard.
I am always worried about the destruction of property.
That fucking
in my
bastard,
Godzilla
dude.
fiction.
I can't.
I you know, killing Kobayashi sucked. Killing people sucked, but valuable property.
I was so pissed about all that valuable property. You have no fucking idea.
But not the shitty property. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, the shitty stuff though. They destroy Osaka Castle.
That's
That
crazy.
shit's stupid, bro. Who needs Osaka Castle?
Shouldn't have done
World
that.
Heritage Site? Whatever.
Who cares?
Literally, fucking doesn't even matter. Doesn't even freaking
That's
matter. at all.
Godzilla on a late night TV show being like, I don't care. Who gives a shit about us? I did you
actually-
a favor.
I'm a
On the
Vatican
last episode of
assassin.
Colbert, they had Godzilla on the last episode of Colbert. Is going, I don't fucking care about anything. Actually, I'm just like, I don't even give a fuck.
I'm on a drug. It's called Godzilla.
So how much drug is called Godzilla? And that none of you are on, and none of you can have. So
I'm
actually,
not
fuck off.
bipolar. I'm bi winning.
Winning!
What the fuck did you just say?
That's what the
Have
Charlie
you never heard the
Sheen-
Charlie Sheen
Oh my
interview?
god, it's one of my favorite things in the whole world.
It's
No.
iconic, dude.
It's him like he's like crashing the fuck out. He's having like a
Charlie Sheen.
legit mental breakdown.
Yeah,
By
it's not
winning?
good. Got fucking tiger's blood.
Yeah, he's a Vatican assassin on Tiger's Blood.
The only thing the
roll-
only thing about Charlie Sheen that's regularly in my brain is that his wife once caught him. I'm stealing this because I also heard it told to me through hit podcast Come Town, where Charlie Sheen was caught by his wife watching child pornography, and he just goes like fucking "fuck you, bitch," while when she tells him like please stop watching child pornography. He's like "fuck you, fuck you, no."
He
I
was
would never,
good
I
buddies
would never
with
say
Alex
he's
Jones.
a good guy.
No, he's a
friends
bad
with
guy.
Alex Jones? That's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
He was buddies with Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan and Alex Jones are bros. So.
Okay, that'd do it.
Yeah.
Is he still alive?
Charlie Sheen? Yeah.
I think
He seems like a guy who would have died in like a horrible way, but
No,
he's in
yeah,
a
I think he's
movie
like
right
on a
now?
comeback right now.
Yeah, I think
That's
he's
not
doing
good.
shit.
You don't want
let
that.
me
Good for
hold
him,
on.
I
There's...
guess. Well, his dad's Martin Sheen. He was never not gonna be successful.
Yeah, I think he's fine forever. AK Charlie Sheen. Let's see, what's the last thing Charlie Sheen was doing?
He was in Godzilla. He was in Godzilla -1.
he was on the boat.
Yeah, he
Whoa!
was in a documentary last year. This isn't a comeback; it's a revelation.
Okay.
Probably who cares?
He's by winning.
I think I remember hearing about that.
The little pageant that could.
That sounds bad.
That's really nothing
Yeah,
that you
probably
want.
not great. What? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be around when they make the next scary movie. Not the one that's coming out in like a week, but like in like 2 weeks. Which I'm gonna drag James to see.
Yeah. Do you think that movie's gonna last all the way to October? They're gonna like keep it in theaters. It's gonna be such a big.
I hope so.
It's gonna
keep-
linger.
It's like 2001 where they keep it in theaters for 2 years.
Yeah.
Can you
it's just like,
imagine?
just movies.
It's
just
what
stick
really.
around.
But yeah, Godzilla, cool. Probably would not do the Charlie Sheen thing of looking at child porn.
No, I don't recommend doing Charlie Sheen things generally.
Child sexual assault material. Sorry, child porn is not the correct nomenclature
No,
anymore.
it's not the
Is there
correct number.
there's now a politically correct way to refer to?
Yeah, well, because porn is, theoretically supposed to imply
consenting.
like a consent in some form, which
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
like it doesn't. But like, the correct term now is a child sexual assault material.
I like that. I think that's good.
Yeah, I think
I
that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
I think like creating separate terminology is definitely good. But the same way I think a lot of pornography like isn't.
Yeah, it's not good.
Consensual.
It's not great.
We're working for a better world, not the world we have.
Yeah, exactly.
I just don't think changing terminology is going to be the thing that finally ends child abuse.
No, I don't
no,
think
it's
so.
not trying
but I
to
think it's
end
just,
child
it's
abuse.
just a
It's
little
trying
better.
to define it.
Yeah, it's just like
You need
a
better
bit-
words to like
Also,
apprehend
yeah.
the world around you.
It's like it's kind of the same thing where like the news will say like this school teacher had sex with this 13-year-old boy. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, no, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they
Okay.
raped it.
Yeah.
That
This
kind of
school
thing
teacher
where-
raped a 13-year-old boy.
yeah, like it's like that kind of thing where it's like okay, like just like it's kind of like a tacit, not.
It's like a normalization almost.
Yeah, it's like a little bit of normalization thing. Like, obviously it's not going to materially affect the world, probably, but like,
Yeah.
it's a more thoughtful word.
Yeah.
As
the more
opposed
you know.
child abuse material as opposed to child pornography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is all related to Godzilla.
Yeah, this is really important.
Yeah, this definitely is gonna get
Godzilla
cut.
probably would
Yeah.
call the FBI while
On Charlie
watching- No, would call the FBI or CIA or whatever while watching Guinea Pig 2 Tumbling Doll of Flesh because he thinks that it's actually snuff material.
What is that a reference to? I can't remember.
That's a thing that he did.
Oh.
A thing that he did where he watched Guinea Pig 2 Tumbling Doll of Flesh and like called the CIA and was like, you guys need to, they're doing this shit in Japan, man. They're doing this shit for real. They killed this girl and tortured her to death and they're selling it. That didn't not what happened in that. By the
No.
way, just letting
That's good.
everybody know.
In case they're out here thinking about watching Guinea Pig 2.
Believe it or not, it's not literal snuff film.
I bet we can get a copy. Maybe
Can't
we can
believe
find
it.
The thing that you
Scarecrow.
that you can just buy from I don't know, Vinegar Syndrome or whatever, probably does not include literal footage of somebody getting paid to kill a person.
Be cool if it did, though. There's a whole movie about it. Wouldn't that be cool? It's
Yeah,
called
wouldn't that
Divine
be cool?
Hammer.
There's also a whole movie about how it snuff films, just like the knowledge of a snuff film makes it so you're probably going to suffer forever and then go to hell. It's called The Counselor by Ridley Scott and Cormac McCarthy.
Oh, true. Yeah, okay.
It's like what that whole movie's about. It's fucking awesome.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he
The
said
count-
counselor. I was like, oh, yeah, no, that's true. That
The
is what that's
Counselor and
about.
Divine Hammer would probably make. I mean, I haven't seen
Ooh,
Divine
that'd be-
Hammer yet,
that'd-
but
Be interesting.
probably a double feature that works.
I can tell none of my friends have the divine light of God because every person I've shown the counselor to has gone, why
What's
am I
wrong with
watching
you?"
this with you? Yeah.
Meanwhile, after Mike and I watched it, we went and he had to go home. We talked and he said, I feel like I just watched like a new kind of movie.
That's crazy. I'm just like, it's a solid 3 out of 5.
I love that movie. I love that movie a lot. It's like one of my favorite. It might be like my second favorite Ridley Scott film. It's fucking awesome.
Second favorite. That's crazy.
Right under
like-
Alien
it's like-
Covenant.
Maybe third favorite. It's right. It's like under maybe under Alien and Alien Covenant. I really like The Counselor though.
That's
Counselor's pretty fun.
remarkable. You want to talk about the
Incredible movie.
afterword a little bit?
Yeah, let's talk about,
I
let's talk about
guess.
the afterwards that Ren didn't read because he isn't dedicated to Sparkle Motion.
It's true.
The fuck did you just say to me?
It's a Donald Darko, the only Richard Kelly film you haven't seen.
Oh, true.
also
The most
right.
popular one.
Yeah.
The one
Significant.
that is like important and like got him the career week make 2 movies that flopped really hard.
It got him the career that doesn't exist.
Well, it existed for like a decade. Then wrapped.
Kind
like-
of. He made 2 other movies.
He made 2
Yeah,
other
over a
movies.
decade.
He wrote.
Okay.
He wrote a movie for Tony Scott. He produced 3 movies.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Pull it out
that
your
shit
ass.
happens.
Is it
Oh,
Tony
pull it out
Scott
your
one?
ass.
Domino? Did he do Domino?
Masashi
Yeah, he
Kishimoto
wrote-
still has a career because Boruto is still going.
It's true.
Yes.
He's actively
Definitionally.
right. You know,
Objectively correct, but I think spiritually I'm not.
Richard Kelly is allegedly has a book that's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah, is it a comic or is it a book? I can't remember.
I think it's a book.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's a novel.
Can't wait to cover that on the show.
Peak.
Oh,
I really like these afterwards. They're quite interesting. I actually think these went down the smoothest for me.
I did pound these out in a way I did not expect.
They're quite good.
Yeah.
Lots of really interesting just contextualizing stuff about like, oh, where was Japan at the time?
Yeah, I almost wish some of the purely historical, like what leads to Godzilla being written stuff. I wish some of that had been in a forward.
Yeah, I do
those.
think it actually would have been quite
Yeah,
good.
really.
Yeah, especially like
primes some stuff. Yeah.
this
I'd be compelled.
like I do kind of think you could have probably put at least Kayama, Man of Monsters, and Godzilla, Child of Nuclear Anxiety at the beginning, and it probably would have read pretty well. But also, you want to put the thing people are paying for at front, I suppose.
Yeah, which I mean that actually reminds me. I think these books are worth probably buying just for the afterwards. I found them very interesting. It was one of the things where I read and I was like, oh, this is the real juice of this book for me, is all this historical context. Which Seth, you bought the Mothra book recently that came out?
I bought the
And,
Mothra book.
half of it by volume is the afterword from
More than half. So
My
it
God.
it's 115 pages.
Yeah. Teen.
Wow.
100 okay, hold on. That's the notes. Let me actually figure out where the end of the. So it is 106 pages, of normal writing and not the notes pages.
Yeah.
The Mothra poems, because it's 3 poems that make up the, like, Mothra. They end on page 44.
So,
like,
so literally.
Like a bit over half is
Wow.
just afterwards and like contextualizing essays, which initially I was a little disappointed about.
Yeah, of course.
When I
yeah,
first
sure.
got the book, I was kind of disappointed that I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But now that I've read the afterwards in these, I'm like, actually, this is
Jeffrey
the
Angles,
juice.
that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, this
That
is the
goat.
juice.
I feel like we were a little dismissive of Angles in the last episode.
I think we were.
Well, yeah, because we didn't like that translation at all.
Well, we didn't like the translation, but like there were a few
Or sorry, we
notes
didn't like
I
the
remember
text
us
at all.
being like, I don't know about that or anything, like this fucking guy. Now I'm like, Angles is awesome.
Like,
I
he's
wanna
actually
hang.
the goat. He's actually really sick.
He's got another volume coming out, right? Another translation?
Does he?
I thought that's what you guys were saying, but I may have made that up in my
I mean, I would like that. I don't know, like, what else there is necessarily.
I'd read probably anything this guy translated and then put an afterword on, if I'm honest. So smitten am I with this afterword.
Yeah, I'm quite a fan of this. Let me see. I'm just looking if there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
is
figure out too.
Not that I can see. He apparently did a. Is this true? I'm looking. Maybe it's not.
Looking.
I'm using the Devil's website.
I'm also on the Devil's website.
Which is actually just useless for this kind of thing. Apparently,
Just fucking useless.
Angel at the Earth's Extremes collected poems. He's done a lot of poetry.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I guess that's the guy for it.
I would love if I do actually just wish that we had more stuff from Kayama now as well.
Yeah.
Like, I think this
cool.
might be like literally it.
I mean, they mentioned in that afterwards that there in the 90s there was a 15-volume collection of all of Kayama's work, in like thick volumes apparently as well. Like these are fucking like there's a lot of stuff that could be out there, and like even the book that Baxter mentions that came out in the 70s that collected like selected work would be amazing to get. I think. I think.
Yeah, that would be. That's not.
Just
all of it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately not widely available in English, if at all.
Yeah, exactly.
He translated the novel The Thorn Puller by Hiromi Ito, which is a name I feel like I recognize, but I don't know for sure.
Hiromi Ito.
I'm clicking on blue on Wikipedia.
Oh shit!
Currently alive, 70 years old.
Nice.
People aren't still alive.
I'm not, nothing's jumping out to me.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I'm just stupid. He also did Angel at the
well, we
Earth's
knew that.
Extreme, collected poems by
That's cool.
Nakahara Chuya, which is also a name I'm like, have I heard of that? Have I heard of this person?
Oh man.
I don't know. But yeah,
Shit, he wrote. Okay, I'm again. Props to Angles. Wrote Writing the Love of Boys: Origins of Bishonen Culture in Modern Japanese Literature, which I think I've heard cited before. That
That's
sounds
cool.
very
Interesting.
familiar.
That's sick.
Fucking
That's dope.
our guy.
Fuck yeah.
Should read that.
Yeah, I want to read specifically. Do I have another thing? I feel like there was a specific one I had before. I wanted to read the montage that was supposed to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay. No, I
montage.
wanted to. This is crazy. When Engels is kind of explaining like the feeling around, nuclear shit in Japan around the time of these novels being written, which you could probably like intuit. Bad, scary, no good.
Not preferred.
But I was
Scary,
really
scary,
taken aback
scary.
by this. The Emperor announcing on the radio, the enemy has begun to employ a new and most cruel bomb, the power of which to do damage is indeed incalculable, taking the toll of many innocent lives. He mentioned that unless Japan surrendered, it might lead to an ultimate collapse and obliteration of the Japanese nation, and perhaps also the total extinction of human civilization.
God damn.
Can you
I'm
imagine
surprised-
like hearing that on the radio? Like,
your literal emperor being like, this is bad. It's
like
over.
this is
We have
the
to stop.
scariest shit in the entire
I'm surprised you had
world.
never heard that before.
Yeah,
I don't.
fuck.
I've never
First
heard that
heard
before. I like, it's just, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
So yeah, Kayama initially wanted the movie to be far more political,
Which we joked about on the last episode, like how what does that mean?
Yeah, which now that I have read what
he
the
wanted?
montage he wanted to put at the beginning of this movie.
What's this montage?
Okay,
We're
I'll read
going
it
to talk
right
about it
now.
right now.
So this is like right
Guys hate
after, this is supposed to be like literally the beginning of the movie. Do you know about the Lucky Dragon number 5, Ren?
Off the top of my head.
It is a
Oh, the boat.
yeah the fish
Yeah.
it's specifically based on the number. Is it also the Lucky Dragon number 5? Is this the number something number 5, which was a fishing vessel that was about like 90 miles away from some nuclear testing, which was then sprayed by the water of the irradiated water.
And it killed the sailor.
Yeah, it like horribly, they died of radiation poisoning.
That's what the first Godzilla is based on.
Yeah, that's what
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
this is the montage that was supposed to open the film. Lucky Dragon number 5 pulling into port, burned, the disposal of radioactive tuna, the unsettling faces of the harmed fishermen, the heavily wounded patients being taken to the hospital, placards on Mayday stating no hydrogen bombs, children looking sadly at an empty nest of sparrows which did not come home with their usual migration, paranoid men who are walking, pointing up at bats in a clear sky, fearing that they are radioactive ashes falling.
It's good.
Damn.
It's like that, especially that sparrow one. It's like,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so devastating.
Jesus Christ.
Dude was there. He was doing the damn thing.
And Ichiro Honda was like, no, we can't. We're not doing that. We gotta
cannot
calm
do
down.
That. Yeah, dude.
I mean, it makes the fucking...
What were you
He'll
gonna say,
kill
Ren?
you.
It makes that stupid fucking American version even more insulting.
I hate
Isn't
King
it?
of the Monsters so much.
What an evil movie to happen.
Terrible evil.
There's also a
Salty
mention
piece
in
of trash.
afterward that the license for Godzilla was bought for like 25K by American studios and went on to make $2 million.
Yeah, that's
An insult.
Like, isn't that fucked up?
Spit in the
also?
face. What a fucking bunch of hassles. I hate them.
What a nightmare. Oh god,
it.
Don't die.
I'm fine.
But yeah, it is funny to see like Ishiro Honda and Tsuburaya and everybody was like, yeah, if we do that, we will just be making a protest film, and
We can't do that.
we can't really do that. We need to make money.
But there also is a
Yeah.
mention of like, everyone just went through that. Like,
It would be
people do
real.
not want to deal with it right now. Like, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't remind them of the horrors that are happening right now
Yeah.
and have been happening for a decade at this point.
nowhere near as much as Kayama wanted to.
There's a mention
It's-
in the afterwards that Godzilla destroys a theater in the movie, and that's where they premiered the movie, which I thought was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's like the coolest shit in the world.
He's so fucking smart. I love little tiny little tidbits.
Right? I was like, that's so fucking funny. What a good thing to do.
I really like the end of Godzilla on Screen 2, which I'm going to just read out right
Go
now.
for it.
In an essay published in December 1955, a half year after the film came out in theaters, Kayama published an essay called Gojira Zange, or Godzilla Confessions, in which he expressed doubts about the direction of the Godzilla franchise was taking. He recalls something that happened one day when he was at the dentist office. A child near him pointed across an image of an ancient creature in a Life magazine and began excitedly shouting, "It's Godzilla! Godzilla!" Kayama realized that in the eyes of children, any creature from the geological past that looked like a reptile had become a Godzilla or Angirus. He noted that what started as a symbol representing his fear of atomic weapons had morphed into a character with a manga-like appeal that the viewing audience loved. He commented that in theaters, many people would smile or even laugh when Godzilla would come on the screen, and viewers sympathized with Godzilla at the end of the second film as he dies. Clearly, Kayama's story about a monster who embodied the nation's nuclear anxiety had morphed into something else. He therefore states, "Godzilla Raids Again will be the last for me. No matter how much the movie companies might request it, I have firmly decided I will not write another sequel no matter what." In his eyes, allowing the monster to live represented a tacit approval of the hydrogen bomb. Plus, he admits, even he had started to feel affectionate towards Godzilla.
I think I don't know, but I believe that's the essay that Baxter quotes from. The if there's one thing I bear no resentment towards, it's you, Godzilla. My love for you has never once faltered. May your spirit rest forever deep in the northern sea.
Yeah,
I assume that's the same essay.
Which is, yeah, that would make sense. It's just it is like, it's bittersweet. I mean, he does seem like he's cool with it over, like, you know, he understands. He's not like resentful of Honda or anyone, but like,
but there's a clear sadness to it all.
Yeah, he is it's
bittersweet.
A bit bummed that he's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what start as something else.
He still loves Godzilla.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not. He's like a funny guy.
Also, shout out to speaking of Ishiro Honda and Baxter.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Issei Shima documentary that Baxter translated, gave subtitles to, which is
the butterfly
Ishiro Honda.
Right?
No, it's the one he did after that. Everybody should also watch The Cabbage Butterfly, which is fucking beautiful and a lovely documentary, and it's only 26 minutes long. But
really,
Issei Shima is Ishiro Honda's first film, and it's a documentary from 1949.
Oh shit!
That you can find on Tsundokudiving or at Cosmic Spooks on YouTube. You should watch it. You should just. There's like, I don't know if Baxter wants you to watch those first two video essays actually, but I like the Resident Evil one.
I
didn't watch them. The Mist one, that's a different one because he did a Resident Evil movie video like 5 years ago.
Oh wow, I didn't even know about
that. And then a Majora's Mask video 5 years ago, and then he did the Dream Island Girl subs, Circuit Nurse subs, 4 Seasons Utopiano, and then Moving Through Mist, which is fucking awesome.
Incredible.
The Flow of a River, The Sound of a Violin, Cabbage Butterfly, Issei Shima. You should just watch all of it, frankly. I don't know, just like go and do it.
You're cool, I guess.
Enriched. And then go and read literally everything on his blog. I don't know.
Once again, check out our friend Baxter. We think he makes great work, and you should think so as well.
The likelihood that you're listening to this podcast and don't already follow Baxter is incredibly low, but I need it to be literally 0%.
You need complete overlap.
I need it. I need it to be a perfect circle.
It'd make me happier if you all followed our goat.
I would, but yeah, do that. I don't know. Do you guys have any final thoughts on Godzilla Raids Again, aka Godzilla's Counterattack?
No.
Is there anything else from these afterwards that you wanted to mention?
No, I think that's about it. I think that's about it for the show. I forgot to do my homework and figure out how we're going to split up Firepunch. I'll DM you, Seth.
Yeah, well, I mean, initially, it's 8 volumes. It's 8 volumes. Do we just want to do 4 and 4, or we also threw around the idea of just doing it in one?
I think doing it over 2 episodes would be fun. I think we could do it in one, but I think 2 would be better.
I think there's such a massive shift about halfway through that manga.
Yeah, that's the thing is I'm trying to remember the exact chapter that happens. because I think that'll be where we stop. But I haven't like flipped through to figure out when exactly that is.
I think that warrants a flip through.
Yeah, so that's why
it.
I need to like do the homework real quick. I'll DM you it later, Seth.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Post it
But yeah,
and check
next we'll be doing Firepunch,
Yeah,
which will end the Angry and Out for Blood unit.
I get to pick the next one, and I have decided.
I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I've quite
Exciting.
enjoyed this unit.
It's been pretty good.
Yeah,
Been a good time, and we get to end it with Firepunch, which is
it's gonna be so good. I was getting
awesome.
DM'd, a friend of the pod, fan of the show, Ozzy Main Diaz, DM'd me being like, "Hey, I'm enjoying Frankenstein right now, but I cannot wait for Firepunch." And I'm like, "You and me both."
dude. I'm so
Firepunch is kind of the fucking.
It's
goat.
also the
Hey,
first
like,
time
especially
we'll all have read something. I believe it'll be good.
Yeah, the first time we will be talking about something that all of us have read at least once before. I read it over like 2 days last time, and it'll be interesting to kind of be forced to take it a bit slower.
Exactly, yeah, right. Because I said before, I read it, and like I did like a little sitting, and then I read it in a morning afterwards. Like I just pounded it out, and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I am excited to talk about that and talk about Fujimoto, especially like early Fujimoto, because he's such a star right now. I don't think people talk enough about Firepunch, and like
It's true.
what was up to that. I'll be doing a deep dive on his whole deal.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
All right.
But until next time, you can find us at bogfrogbookpod@gmail.com. That's where our email is. You can find me at bluesky at BLAIDENT, Blatant. You can find Seth at Seth Amphetamine on Blue Sky. You can find our lovely the person who made our lovely music, Lucy. You can find her links down in our description. You can find Baxter at Tsundokudiving. We already talked about that. And that is the show. Anything else you can find? No, I think that's about it.
Well,
Ren,
where can we find Ren?
Yeah, Ren, where can we find you?
Pooping in the mailbox.
That's rough.
Someone's gotta.
Someone's got to do it.
You can insert this part at the very end after the song, Seth. Ren, I downloaded a DAW, a digital audio workstation.
Okay.
Just because I really wanted to try and remix your terrible Godzilla impression. Yeah, there. Yeah, that one. I really wanted to remix it, like over like a Godzilla song or something. Like, I was like, really, I haven't gotten past downloading a DAW, but like that.
I know. Let me do it right
like,
now.
is in my brain. Like I think about it.
That's beautiful.
Dun 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 dun.
Like it's.
I forgot the rest. Dun 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 dun.
It's so, I don't even. I set that to Hope, and I was like, listen to Ren's awful Godzilla impression, and they were like, it can't be that bad. And then they were like, how did he do that?
No, it's the best. No, it's fun.
It's beautiful. All right, are we done recording?
We're done recording.
Probably.
Thanks, guys.